Alright, I think my audio is working. I'm going to play a little bit of adventure mode, but I'm going to start with generating a new world. I love the idea of a persistent world where you can play as multiple different characters in the same world over time. So I'm going to make it a big one, and I'm going to try to hold on to it as long as possible. I did play a little bit of Fortress mode when the game first came out, to Steam anyway. Never got too good at it. I was like, oh, this is fun. Bumbled around building a fortress a little bit. And my dwarves would just drink and feed themselves from the nearby river or whatever. And then winter came, and half of my fortress died of thirst because the river froze. And I had no idea how to farm plump helmets or whatever you call them. So I did survive the winter and farm a little bit, but I never got too far in Fortress mode. But you know, Fortress management, who cares about, a management sim? I'm not into that, right? We love adventure mode. We love RPGs. So that's what I'm going to try today. Depending on how long world generation takes. It could take a while. Because, like I said, I want to go big. Alright, let's see. Create a new world. Come on. Welcome to Dwarf Fortress. Prepare to guide your stout charges to fortune in a world fraught with many perils. You will begin by creating your world and watching the region's history unfold. Once this process is complete, you can prepare a group and send them out to seek wealth deep within the mountains. As you dig deeper and more citizens take up residence in your outpost, your doings will attract attention, both wanted and unwanted. Deal with the challenges as they arise, and you might one day find that your humble settlement has grown to become the mountain home, center of your civilization. Okay, I think it's all Fortress mode lore, obviously. So, I'm tempted to make a really long history length, but I'm afraid it might reach some kind of degenerate condition, like goblins killing everyone, or something like that. And I'm not trying to... I do want a rich and diverse world, so to speak, but it is going to be a large world. Number of civilizations... I wonder what a site is. I'm gonna go very high for that. I'm gonna go high number of civilizations, not very high. Yeah, more civilizations in less time sounds less likely to reach a degenerate condition, I think. Number of beasts. Let's go normal, high, not very high. I wonder if they mean like monsters or something else. Natural savagery. Let's... I am a beginner to adventure mode. Let's do... low natural savagery and medium number of beasts. So it's not crazy rare, but it's not like overwhelming either. Mineral occurrence everywhere. This isn't going to be a fortress mode, so I'm not too worried about that. And here it goes. Excuse me as I step away from my mic for a minute. Near Minbaz, the land of enchantments. 9 rejected. I wonder what 9 rejected means. Preparing. Oh, okay, so we got something that looks a lot like Europe. Just if this is the whole map, then it's a very land connected. It's not very islandy. There's a really interesting lake inside of mountains with like either a big beach or desert or something. That's really interesting. And there's that little like clod of mud in that bay. There's a few forests by the ocean and lots of rivers. Ooh, yeah, that peninsula to the bottom left, it really, there's like this little tiny land bridge that's really thin. I think that's interesting. Oh, if I look really close, I can actually see the civilizations and stuff popping up. That's so cool. And then of course there's islands. I wonder if I can move around. No, I can't. What if I use my keyboard? No. So that might be the whole map. I'm not sure though, because it looks like geographic features run off the edge. So I don't know. Abridged chronicle, 50,000 events, historical figures. We're still in the age of myth. Oh, we're cruising up to year 100. I don't think I changed year 100, did I? The cloister of ages is destroyed. The simple plague. The lobster of containing of the noble style. The hydra routed. Okay, looks like there's a dragon and there's a hydra going crazy. Star charts and the time of my ancestors was created. An introduction to the origin of rainfall. I love the soundtrack for this game. Let's see here. Oh wow. I'm not sure what each little civilization icon means, but on that like mid-north forest, there's bajillions of some green icon. I don't know if it's elves or if it's goblins or something. Yeah, I think on my little, I might just treat this like a tourism, you know? I want to check out that peninsula to the south west. I want to check out the lake in the mountains to the northeast, and I'll just try to survive. And that's gonna be my main goal, I think, is just surviving long enough to tour around and see what's up. And then secretly, eventually we're gonna aspire to become a hero and an adventurer and stuff. But starting out, these humble beginnings and humble aspirations. I love role playing like that. All right, let's see what the last events in the log are. We got year 100, still in the Age of Myth. I like that. I love to enjoy some Age of Myth. 26,416 historical figures, an abridged chronicle of events. 173,840 events total. Lizard was struck down by a dwarf in planned ceilings. In the mid-autumn of 98, the human were watchful dimpled, became the lord of the humorous fellowship. In the early spring of 99, the mysteries of wind patterns was created in twig fights by the elf Emina morning blocks. And so I'm glad to see we have dwarves, we have elves, no one's gone extinct yet as far as I can tell. Still in the Age of Myth. And so I wonder if, since we're in the Age of Myth, if there's still going to be like legendary creatures like dragons and colossuses and stuff. I've really not played a lot of Dwarf Fortress, but I've read the wiki a little bit just out of like lore curiosity. And of course I've watched a butt ton of Krug Smash. The Arrows of Waiting defeated the Attic of Plains. I guess those are factions of the Cloister of Ages. The Cloister of Ages sounds like that's a cool name for a faction. And destroyed Whip Pulleys. In the early autumn of 99, the East Blazes constructed Crevice Umbra. Crevice Umbra. The naming scheme in Dwarf Fortress, it's very flavorful. The dwarf things sound like dwarf language, elf things sound like elf language. Crevice Umbra sounds evil, so I assume that the East Blazes is an evil civilization. In the mid-autumn of 99, the goblin Rinne Shaftyor, that's quite a name, assumed the identity, the Hex of Points. Oh my god, identity assuming? Now what's to this right here? The Tenebrous Seas. Temperate Ocean. Oh, I'm hovering over. Yeah. Let's... Oh, okay. Let's see. So... Oh, I need to take notes or something. Let me grab a clipboard. Of like places I want to go. This will be like Morrowind questing style. I never got that far in Morrowind. Just kind of opened it up on a late night and created a lizard Nerevar and finished character creation, but didn't get very far inland. Let me find an eraser. Where is... Okay, got my notepad. So let's make a list of places I want to go. Maybe I'll have access to this map forever. Maybe not. The Swamp of Drinks. There's that little land bridge. To the south west in the Umbral continents. It's a swamp, heavily forested. I wouldn't have realized by the map. I guess I can see it now that I look at it. Saltwater marsh, it looks like. These are very big distances, so even barely moving my mouse at all. There's also the lean swamps. Is there a way to, oh, you can, the middle mouse button is how you move around. Oh, no way. It really is bigger. And it does go to the Arctic. Oh, man. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm so glad for a big world. And it's not just one big connected continent. Oh, yeah. This will be crazy. What is that white patch up there? The dunes of diminishment in the umbral continents. It's a sand desert, scorching. That far north and scorching, that's interesting. Maybe I'm on the southern hemisphere or something. We have another sand desert, that little yellow patch by that mountain range. It looks like we have a big civilization around here. The scoured plains, tropical savanna, scorching, other vegetation. The way of leaves, stream, conjure shattered, the humble. I don't think I've told the game if I'm going for adventure mode or fortress mode yet. I wonder if I have to go to the main menu for that. I just don't know if I'll have access to the map again once I'm inside adventure mode. Oh, the Fabulous Desert? That's amazing. That's what that place is called. Rocky wasteland. Surroundings mirthful. Yeah, that looks like a really magical place. That looks like a retirement home. You got these protective mountains, a glorious lake, and it's mirthful. It's called a desert, rocky wasteland, but surroundings mirthful. That's good, right? Trees sparse. There's wilderness. There's joyous wilds. Yeah, I gotta go to the Fabulous Desert. But because that's such an attractive destination, I'm tempted to start as far away as possible and make it a total voyage. Alright, let's... is there a way to zoom in? The Hills of Learning. That sounds like a good place for a beginner. Oh, surroundings are sinister. Never mind. The Hills of Learning. Surroundings, sinister. Stragmato. No Wraith. Dark Goblin Pits. Yeah, no thanks. Is there anything on this random island? Swamps of Binding, the Grizzly Continent. Oh, they are different continents. The Umbral Continents. The Continent of Medicine. The Mute Dune. Untamed Wilds. Looks like there's not much civilization around there. And there's this island. The Portentous Hill, the Isle of Webbing. The volcano, the Fool Furnace. That's a volcano island. That's so cool. Oh man. What's it called? I'll add that to my tourism list. The Full Furnace Volcano at the Portentous Hill on the island of Webbing. And then lots of action down here. Is that a city? The Scintillating Hills, the Severe Continent. Bujita Spa, Scrape Plated, Human Hamlet. Okay. Another Human Hamlet. Panamon Worked Bird. Tixbaned. Lolokarzes, Granite Knighted. It's a dwarven fortress. See what I mean with like all the phraseology sounds like the different races? Stastoaslot, Roar Hexes, Dark Goblin Pit. Then we have this Frosty Forest down here, a taiga, the Autonomous Forest, cold, heavily forested, thick vegetation, stream, clod leap, the Bottle of Spite. We have the Amusing Blizzard, the Severe Continent Glacier, Freezing, the Tenebrous Seas. What does the word tenebrous mean? I'm gonna look that up. Define tenebrous. Dark, shadowy, or obscure. Added to my vocabulary today. Let's see. Dark, shadowy, or obscure oceans. The tenebrous seas. That's ominous. What is this? The frost of terrors. Tundra. Surroundings are terrifying. Oh man, I gotta add that to the tourist list. The frost of terrors. The severe continent. Maybe if I go on a... Maybe if I get a death wish or something, I can go there. It's all about that tourism, you know? The Exalted Wall, multiple constructions, Kogan Dike, maybe even like moving a pixel goes to a different location. Boat's Brain, Dwarven Fortress. Let's see here. The Wispy Blizzard, High Continent of Domains. That sounds like a special place. What is this big patch? The Sinful Jungles, the Wetland, Conifer Forest. I never heard of Conifer Forest referred to as jungles before. That's interesting. Haunted. Oh man. Like adding it to the list. The Sinful Jungles in the Wetland. The Wetland. Brook, the dot of numbers. It's interesting. The Pink Forest, Untamed Wilds, the Winter of Color. Is this a civilization down here? Thid Mong, Sidon Nation's Monastery. Huh, a monastery. The Prairie of Violence. A tomb. Human monastery. That's interesting. It's very religious over here. Human castle. Scribe cleanses. Okay, so I think I still like the idea of this lake, the fabulous desert, being a distant aspiration. Oh, looks like there's a lot of civilizations around here. Let me look at what's these green forests now. the East Forest. Have I been mixing up my East and West? Why is that called the East? Ayuri Twig Fights, Elven Forest Retreat. Okay, so it seems like those are elves, and there are a butt ton of elves in that forest. They're all over the place. Ayathasiri, Basin Fushia, Elven Forest Retreat. That might be a fun civilization to visit. I'll write down the East Forest. In the Umbral continents. So, I think my expedition could be from one of these southern continents. I don't even know if in adventure mode you can get on like a boat and cross oceans or not. It almost looks like you could cross there. You know, maybe I'll just find out. So if I start all the way in one of these monasteries, I would have to cross through the cold and through a wetland and dodge some mountains. It could maybe tempt fate with this haunted surroundings and see if there's any way to cross over. I might even have to wait till the winter and cross on the ice sheets, which would be so crazy perilous. And then I'd start pretty south on the severe continent, the Moral Point. There's a place called the Moral Point, that's funny. And go north and try to get to this, what is almost a land bridge, not quite. The Hill of Meditating. Yeah, I like that. The Hill of Meditating, the severe continent. Okay, let me just draw some arrows. Planning my route. Where was the sinful jungle on the wetland continent? Is that this? Yes, it was. And the Frost of Terrors was right there. Yeah, that's very likely I'll end up there. Okay, so go from Sinful Jungles to the Frost of Terrors to the Hill of Meditating. And it's the East Forest. Ah, yeah, that was up there. I don't know if I'll be able to reach a little detour of the volcano. I kind of doubt it. So that might not be on my easy tour route. Yeah, okay, so then from the Hill of Meditating, cross over and go to the Fabulous Desert, and from the Fabulous Desert, go to the East Forest with all those elven civilizations, and from the East Forest, go to the Swamp of Drinks land bridge, which is almost, like, it's almost a full, counterclockwise tour of the world. So I plan on, if I'm allowed to choose where I start as an adventurer, I want to start down here to the bottom left and basically walk all the way across this continent Go on a big adventure, right? This is adventure mode. Sweep up here. Visit this lake. It's mirthful. I don't know if I'll be able to reach over to this volcano as a little sidetrack. Then go over and visit this these elven civilizations on this coastline, and then go all the way south again to this little land bridge just to check out this land bridge. Might be really boring compared to what I've seen by the time I reach it, but we'll see. And then it's almost a full circle back here, so maybe I'll just try to find my way across this, which is a really big jump, but we'll see. Oh, it seems like there wouldn't be freezing waters to help either. Yeah, so the volcano is the only thing I have noted down that I'm gonna route for. So let me, I guess I'll click play now. I should have written down the name of that civilization on the bottom left. I actually didn't. All I remember is it had a bunch of monasteries and tombs, and I think it was a human civilization. Yep, alright, I'm allowed to choose. Let's see what it says. Directly control a single individual or party. Oh, I forgot you could make a party. Follow destiny or strike out on your own. Explore, quest, fight, and perform. Visit your own retired and ruined settlements. Serve a deity, or become a creature of the night. You can play a sequence of fortresses and adventures in the same world. Uncover locations and artifacts for the benefit of your future fortresses. Alright, adventure. Passing a few weeks to get things ready. Okay. Looks like I'm going to be starting on the 15th of Granite. It's a cute artwork. Wow, look at that castle in the background. Alright, adventure, choose your destiny. For the most direction you'll have supernatural parent or patron who is always involved. Hero for adventure information and followers are easier to obtain, and a compass guides you. For the most freedom, all features are accessible, but you'll receive no direction. I think I'm gonna try ordinary at my own risk, and if I die, then I die. Difficulty only affects starting skills and equipment. I guess I'll do normal. Any unretired characters in your party will be unaffected. What do they mean by that? Onward to character creation. Oh, please tell me I can choose where I start. Chinchilla man, huh? Alright, and I think I see highlighting where you can start as a chinchilla man. I wish I knew what civilization that was. Alright. Chinchilla men live in the indicated locations above. Yes. So that is the correct continent I want to start on. A hairy person with the head and tail of a chinchilla. It's adorable. Wait, there's an actual icon for that. They got everything, man. Dwarves live in the indicated locations above, and it looks like there are a lot of dwarves, especially on that continent to the southeast and in those Rocky Mountains. Yeah, there's a ton of dwarves, man. Or an elf. Ooh, yeah, they always live in the forests, huh? Okay, okay. They're very widespread, as long as it's within forests. Oh, what does the lore say? Elves live in the indicated regions above, a medium-sized creature dedicated to the ruthless protection of nature. A short, sturdy creature fond of drink and industry. Goblin live in the indicated locations. Yeah, I think I saw one of those places. Oh, they live in forests too, apparently. Yeah, if I do start in the continent that I plan to start in, then it might be a while before I see them, but then they do get really in the way of my travels, especially around that land bridge to the, I think they call it the Hill of Meditating or something. That really green patch on that little land bridge to the right. By the time I pass there, it's a lot of goblin. Grizzly bear, man, are you serious? Grizzly bear and live in indicated locations. That's my continent. That's the one I wanted to start in. A large person with the head of a grizzly bear. Look at the icon. He's huge, dude. Hand of Night? What? Hands of Night live in the indicated locations above. Oh, they're very top left. A scaly humanoid. It has large mandibles. Its olive scales are small and overlapping. This night creature was first created by the dwarven necromancer Lemuel Lashled of the Pack Rope after horrible experiments on dwarves in Typhoon Bell in the year 79. Wow, sounds dangerous, but they're a type of humanoid, a scaly humanoid with large mandibles and olive scales. That sounds gross. At first I pictured like a lizard, but it doesn't say lizard faced. It says a scaly humanoid with large mandibles. I don't like it. A human, yeah, and yep, they do have a civilization near those monasteries I was looking at. Medium-sized creature prone to great ambition. They are very widespread as well. A sparrow, man. A person with the head and wings of a sparrow. And it looks like these guys are not too widespread. I think they live near some of those grizzly bear men. Yeah, so there's that forest down to the south. Wait, no, actually. Yeah, okay, grizzly bear men are just that continent. But sparrow men are even less widespread, but it is still just that continent. It's tempting to think that flight would be really useful, especially if I got across a lot of water. And it's not like I'm trying to do a challenge run and like really punish myself here. I'm not starting as like a hero or a demigod or whatever, but like I'm still gonna have to learn the ropes. Never played this before. Thrips, man? What? What is a thrips? Like a bug? They live in the indicated regions. They look like they're almost extinct. I don't see. Oh no, there they are. To the Northeast. The forest in the northeast. A person with the head and wings of a thrips. Is that just a bug? I've never heard that term before. A tickman? Are you serious? There's tickman? A person with the head and legs of a tick? That is so disgusting. Oh my god. Dude, this game. Unalrison's warrior. Also to the northeast. So it sounds like really terrible things happen. Northwest. Really horrible things happen in the northwest. And after I go to that desert lake, things might go downhill. As if a haunted forest isn't a bad start. A feathered humanoid. It has wings. Its ash gray feathers are patchy. The night creature was first created by the dwarven necromancer Odon Bronzedoors of Tower Fountain after horrible experiments on dwarves in Soul's Coal in the year 78. So around year 78 and 79, the necromancers started their horrible experiments. Intelligent wilderness creature. No way. Shit. How do I go back? Oh my gosh, there's so many bajillion options. It's so crazy. Aardvark man, a person with the head and tail of an aardvark. Adder. Albatross. There's a lot of albatross people. Alligator man, aye, badger, barn owl, beetle, black bear man. No thanks, I'll be a grizzly, a blue jay, boat iron's eye. Also to the northwest, this place sounds absolutely cursed. You wouldn't expect it from the high level biome or whatever. It just looks like any other land, not like that haunted area. A large one-eyed humanoid has thin wings, a stretched skin. Its pale skin is wrinkled. This night creature was first created by the human necromancer Ica Boat Irons of a robust attic after horrible experiments on the dwarf Muthcat Blaze Whipped in letter plank in the year 63. Oh, this guy got started early. Bobcat man, brown recluse, brown recluse Spider-Man, seriously? Bush tit man, buzzard man, capuchin man, cardinal, cassowary, cheetah man. No way. I guess we got savannah up there, I guess. Chinchilla man, a hairy person with a head and tail of a chinchilla, a cocktail man, cougar man. Oh, he's on that. These are on the continent I want. That could be a good one. Crab man. The head and pincers of a crab. Do crabs even have heads? They just have bodies with sensory material on them and a mouth on their body. Crow man. A small person with head and wings of a crow. It could be good. Again, it could be nice to have some flight. Damsel fly man. I do not want to imagine that. Oh my gosh. Desert tortoise man. Seems rather populous. Dingo man. Dragonfly man. Eagle man. That could be cool. Elephant seal man. Oh my gosh. This game. Emu man. Firefly man. Fly man. Fox man. Ooh, that could be a fun one. And they hardly show up anywhere except that little forest where I want to start. That could be a cute one. Nice humble beginning. Like grizzly and cougar man sound powerful, but fox man sounds like it could be simple and cute. Gila monster. Giant tortoise man. Giraffe man. Crackle. Or is it grackle? Grackle. Grasshopper, gray squirrel, great horned owl, gray parrot, grizzly, groundhog, hand of night. Read that one already. Hand of Thora. A three-eyed humanoid. And where are they? Oh, they're on my continent. Hand of Thora can start in the indicated locations. Three-eyed humanoid has three long curly tails. Its olive skin is warty. This night creature was first created by the human sallow hunter, not a necromancer. Sallow hunter. Okay, I did not expect to learn 2 words in one day. Tenebroses and sallow. I've probably heard sallow before, it feels familiar. Of a person's face or complexion of an unhealthy yellow or pale brown color. What? A willow tree, a moth. Oh, so it's an adjective. Like, it's not like a type of animal that they hunt. The human sallow hunter, Thora, quested of short iron after horrible experiments on elves. Okay, so practically a necromancer. But done on elves, huh? 3 long tails, 3-eyed humanoid, olive skin, warty. Not sure I'm a fan. Hand of Zas. A small hair. It's in the northwest again. You know it's going to be terrible. A small hairy humanoid. It has thin wings of stretched skin. Its dark olive hair is very curly. This night creature was first created by the dwarf necromancer Zas. Bridge picks a pack rope after horrible experiments on the dwarf Tekud. Paddle humid. I think it's interesting when they do experiments on one individual and come out with an entire species. Wonder how that works. Harp seal man, hippo man. I wonder if they're as tanky as that implies. Hoary marmot man, honey badger, hornbill, horseshoe crab, ibex man, impala man, jackal, jaguar, jumping spider, kakapo, kia, a green person with the head of a kia, kestrel. I'm starting to wonder if I might need flight to get across oceans, but if I get stuck on a continent, then like, so what, right? Like, I can try to problem solve my way across the ocean, and if that means I have to walk across ice sheets, and so be it. And if I can't get across a place on ice, then so be it. You know, this isn't about getting from point A to B as fast as possible. It's about trying to do something you don't know if it's possible or not. Leech man, large slug-like creature with the torso of a man. Its face is a mockery of teeth and slime. That is horrible. Maybe in a later playthrough I'll have to try that. A leopard man sounds badass. Lion man, same thing. Looks like there's lots of leopard men at that human monastery area. And lizard men. Loon. Lorikeet, louse, lynx, magpie, mandrill. I'm only at the M's. Mantis, masked lovebird, mink, mongoose, moth, mountain goat, muskox, opossum, Oriole, osprey, ostrich, parakeet, penguin, porcupine, puffin man, rat man, raven man, red-winged blackbird man, roach man. Roachman? And there's a ton of them. Saltwater crocodile man. This world is so huge. Slug man, a great slug with the torso of a man. It pulls itself across the ground with its hands for greater speed. Snail man. A creature with the shape of a man but with the stalks for eyes and a great shell on its back. A snapping turtle man, that sounds badass. Snowy owl man, that sounds cool. Where are you? Yeah, they're in the south. Swan man, thrips man, tick man. I cannot believe there are tick men here. Tiger. Oh, tiger man. You have to try a tiger man sometime. Where are they? Where are they? Come on. To the north. Okay. Maybe that's close enough to the volcano for some future run. Wolfman. Are they gonna be everywhere? Just forested areas and savanna. Yeah, they're everywhere. Okay. Wolverine man. Okay, to those dwarven civilizations on the southeast. Worm man. This worm-like creature with the torso of a man. And a wren. Alright, I think I know what I want. Humble foxman. Select. I don't know how to go back though. Like, how do I go back to dwarves and elves and stuff? I do want to play a foxman, but I just don't know, like, user interface wise, how to get back. Yeah, for now I'll just grab foxman. From the fern of contingencies is settled in the indicated locations above. Yeah, that's just that one continent. This is an elven civilization inhabiting 24 locations with a population of a few thousand. Yes, only one civilization choice, but the exact site I guess I'll determine. We're zooming in. Name Arii Amethanica. Oh, Windy clobbered. Windy clobbered. Foxwoman. I'm just gonna pronounce it Erie. Erie, Windy clobbered. Erie. Amethanesy. Amethanesy. Erie Amethanesy. That was way too many syllables for a name. Background. You emerged from the wilds and came to be a trader in cactus-flanked an elven forest retreat. We'll see about that. Appearance. Oh no, you can't. You have to accept your background before you can continue, huh? Alright, let's read about these sites. Cloud Pact. Are you? Yeah, okay, it is flashing. It is an elven forest retreat. Several hundred live there, and it is controlled by the Windy Birds. I think that's a faction name, not like literal bird people. Lobster Deer is an elven forest retreat. Several hundred live there, and it is controlled by the Honest Island. Oh. Friend Dusk is an elven forest retreat. Well over 100 live there, and is controlled by the Natures of Venerating. Roughly 100. The Lilac of Libraries, roughly 100. The Glitter of Brews, roughly 100, and is controlled by the Eternal Pair. That's crazy. Roughly 100. Laces of Genius. Roughly 100. Humid water. Roughly 100. And the Fin of Grottos. The Hardy Beaches. Some dozen live there and is controlled by the Hardy Beaches. Shin fur. I like how it's a bit smaller. If I emerged from the wilds to become a trader, I like the idea of starting smaller. Some dozen live there and controlled by the cacti of competing. The Hardy Beaches or the cacti of competing. Cactus Flanked is an elven forest retreat. The Coast of Cults. That sounds cool. Some dozens and the Complex Wind. Or is that Vend? No, it's Wind. Where is that? Okay, in the middle versus towards the north. Some dozens live there and is controlled by the Bud of Hushing. I like how isolated that one is from the others. The Scraped Roots, some dozens, the Birds of Winter. Some dozens, Worshipful Plays. Grovel City. Trade Droplets. The Named Wave. The Brown Crow. The Waters of Snarling. The Growth of Eviscerating. The Snarl of Mortifying. The Solitary Nuts. The Solitary Nuts. That's amazing. The Weathers of Kindness. Aw. That's sweet. The Mindful Coast. Okay. I like Sheen Scaly. Controlled by the Bud of Hushing, and it's very isolated in that forest. My occupation will be... Okay, so you emerged from the wild and came to be a bowyer. Is that like someone who crafts bows? Animal caretaker, craftsman, woodcrafter, weaver, clothier, herbalist, or trader. Alright, so I know I emerged from the wild and I know I want to go on a gigantic intercontinental voyage. So between that, what's the personality that would decide what kind of occupation I end in? Probably, not something that sets up shop and sits in place. Ironically, I imagine trader to be a traveling merchant instead of setting up shop. So I think animal caretaker or herbalist or trader could be interesting, but being a woodcrafter could also be useful. And maybe if I need to bootstrap off the ground and give myself a bow, being a bowyer could be useful too. I think I just emerged from the wilds. I don't have like a crazy stock of stuff to trade. So herbalist makes sense, and hopefully I'll be able to live off the land as I travel, I guess. Beliefs, none. Okay. Accept background. Skills. Your attributes and skills. I have strength, agility, toughness, endurance, willpower, spatial sense, kinesthetic sense, talented herbalist, competent spearman, adequate shield user, adequate armor user, novice swimmer, adequate discipline, adequate observer, novice reader, adequate fighter, adequate dodger. It's a lot of skills. Oh, that's if I choose spearman, huh? Okay, so we have swordsman, bowman, high agility. That's the first time I've seen high. So it's greater than above average. Is anyone bad at anything? Wrestler. Competent novice? Is that... Okay, adequate is below novice, I think. No. Is it not assorted? That's confusing. I think novice is probably the lowest. Oh, there's a lot of novices on this one. High linguistic ability, above average empathy, high social awareness. Oh shoot. So there's even more skills. They don't show all skills at once. That's crazy. So these are just archetypes. I guess I should just skim through them and then maybe customize. Okay, so swordsman, bowman, spearman, wrestler, poet. Well, I should at least look for interesting skill names to see what catches my eye for each archetype. Okay. Willpower, herbalist, shield user, armor user, swimmer, discipline, observer. I don't think I've seen observer yet. Reader, archer. Oh, there's archer. Only competent for archery when you're a bowman. That's interesting. But high agility. Talented herbalist. That is my background as being a herbalist. I think that was the default choice. Maybe it's the highest, maybe it's the archetype with the highest herbalism skill. That's why they pre-selected it. There's reader again. Strength, agility, herbalist, fighter, wrestler, dodger, talented herbalist, high creativity, above average intuition, high linguistic ability, swimmer, judge of intent, wordsmith, poet, reader, speaker. That's so interesting. Linguistic ability, empathy, social awareness, judge of intent, liar, intimidator, conversationalist, comedian, flatterer, consoler, pacifier. Oh my gosh. Singer, creativity, musicality, judge of intent, musician, singer, stringed instrumentalist, high agility, above average focus, creativity, musicality, empathy, judge of intent, stringed instrumentalist, wind instrumentalist, high agility, creativity, musicality, dancer, good spatial sense. That's a lot of above average skills. Herbalist, swimmer, judge of intent, blank slate. Ah, shit. Uh, that's intimidating. Let me see if I can customize. I hope I can go back. Ah, yes. Okay, so archetypes, customize. Let's see here. Let me choose a base. I don't know why, but the image of a wind instrumentalist, fox, like a fox gathering plants and playing a flute, just really appeals to me, even though that's like might not be viable. uh, all right, attributes remaining 0, skills remaining 4. Whatever that means. Let's see here. Oh, no, I guess I can look at all the skills now. Endurance, recuperation. Oh, I can look at an elaboration for it too. Affects physical size, attack power, charging, armor, ungainliness, throwing power, carrying capacity, and movement speed, and affects a whole bunch of things. Agility affects movement speed. Toughness affects breath. What? Endurance, stamina, recover, ability to remain standing when tired and breathe. Recuperation affects healing rate of damaged tissues. Affects no skills. You know what? Let's start with a blank slate and then customize. I'm surprised. Oh my gosh, I misread it. Affects health, not breath. Okay, I'm gonna go +1 to toughness, +1 to recuperation. Just really good, fundamentals there. Armor ungainliness is one term, okay. Movement speed, endurance. Oh, this mentions breath, but this mentions... Am I retarded? It does say breath. Where did I see health? Oh my gosh, I can't read. Average disease resistance to poisons and infections, analytical ability, tracking, napping. Is that the kind of napping I think it's saying? It starts with a K. Animal caretaking, appraisal, military tactics, organization. Oh man, I haven't heard those yet. Military tactics and organization. Focus, effects, bow and archery and observation. Reading, music, singing. I'm gonna tentatively bump that. Willpower, to remain standing when tired. Creativity, writing prose poetry, wind instrument, lying, comedy, bow making, bone carving, glass making, weaving, pottery. This seems like a really useful general purpose skill. It affects a lot of things. Intuition. Patience. Affects no skills. What? Is that just personality? Memory. Animal caretaking, herbalism, linguistics. This affects a lot of useful things too. Okay, here's what I need to think of. I'm a fox, right? I need to channel my inner fox deity. Be mischievous and cunning, right? Spatial sense. That seems like it affects a bajillion things and is useful. Oh yeah, that affects a lot of things. Oh, I don't have many points left. Musicality. Kinesthetic sense. Also really big. Affects a lot of things. Empathy. Writing, minor leadership, persuasion, negotiation, judging intent, flattery, consoling, pacification, caretaking, social awareness. Lots of minor things. Affects a maximum number of followers. Let me see if I can lower my focus. And yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna bump social awareness to okay. And if I were to just dig into something, oh no, you can't dig into something more. Spatial sense of linguistic. Oh no, you can. But I guess it gets more and more expensive, huh? Okay, that seems well-rounded to me. I have some good fundamentals with toughness and recuperation for survivability. Creativity affects a bajillion things. Linguistic ability affects a bajillion things. Spatial sense affects a bajillion things. Kinesthetic sense affects a bajillion things, and social awareness also seems useful. Okay. Then we have, so the left is attributes and the right is skills, I guess. And it looks like there's a lot of skills. Have talented herbalist already, and I guess you can boost that. Oh, that's how many points it costs. I see, I see. Not how many points you've progressed. Can I go to... Wow. Amazing. You can just dig in, huh? Okay. Oh boy, lots of description here. Organizer. Not useful unless you retire and subsequently become a resident in fortress mode. Tactician. Not useful unless you retire and become a resident. Appraiser. Not useful unless you retire and become a resident. Herbalism. Not useful unless you retire and become a resident. Man. Alright, I'm gonna consider changing my background. Occupation. Woodcrafter? I am from a forest, but the elves don't like chopping down trees. Might just try generic craftsman. We'll see. No, weaver seems like something elves and elven civilizations might do. I'll just try craftsman for now. And let's go check out the skills. And let's see what craftsman does. Competent at lots of these things. I think that's what it gave me. Not useful unless you retire, not useful unless you retire, not useful unless you retire, not useful. Not useful, not useful, not useful, not useful. Fuck. crafting skill, bone carving, that's useful. Okay, so I could carve bones. Interesting. Herbalist. Alright, so yeah, we're getting a good view of this stuff. I guess maybe occupation is just a totally fortress mode thing, except it does look like I can bone carve in adventure mode, because it doesn't have that same not useful qualifier. Woodcrafting. Let me try another occupation and see what comes up. Woodcrafter. Skills. Not. Okay, talented woodcrafter. Not useful. Yeah, so general purpose crafter. Seems nice. Animal caretaker. Not. And not useful. Bowyer. Talented bowyer. Not useful. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with, well, what does trader do? Competent appraiser. Not. Okay, craftsman it is, and maybe we'll do some bone carving or something. Alright, let's see here. I'll just bump this once so it stands out a little bit. Not animal caretaker. Not useful. Not useful. Wait, pacifier. Affects attempts to calm people or respond passively in arguments. Consoler. Not useful. Flatterer. Affects response to attempts at flattery and arguments in general. Let's boost a little bit of flatterer, a little bit of pacifier. Affects response to jokes. Conversationalist. Judge of intent. Allows insight into emotional states during conversations. Not intimidator. Not useful? You can't lie in adventure mode? Huh. Affects maximum number of followers. We'll see. Dance. Performance skill. Wind instrumentalist. I'll put 1 point in here because I did imagine. I did like that image. Poet. Affects the quality of poetry. Affects all spoken performances from poetry to recitals to preaching to storytelling to certain musical forms. I like that. Musician. Writer. Wordsmith. Reader. Oh, I need a novice level. There we go. Napper. Oh, create a sharp rock with 2 rocks. Yes, please. Misc object user. Ability to fight with objects not covered by other skills. Yes. Throwing sounds useful. Dodging sounds good. Withstand pain and stress. Yes. Rider. I might want a mount. I do want to be a tracker. Definitely want to. I'm out. Oh no. Oh no, I'm out. Get rid of the shield. And there's no guarantee I'll get a mount. Definitely need sneaking ability. I need a swim speed. Shit, just in case. I'll get rid of misc object and thrower. And I'll add swimmer and observer, trap detection, ambush detection, charge defense, and provides enemy attack information. Archer, fighter, weapon skill, weapon skill, weapon skill. I'll add 1 point in fighter just in case. And I'm gonna double dip into swimmer. Because I don't know how I'm gonna get across those oceans. This is... Oh my gosh, I boosted fighting once. And my durability a bit, sneakiness. So I'm gonna have to think outside the box if I wanna kill or fight anything. I should give partially used in place of low melee skills. So like, if I don't have a sword skill, like if I can't decide between sword and spear, is fighting, does boosting my fighting mean I'm equally good at both? I don't know. Reader, speaker. I have a lot of talky skills, which I think makes sense for a fox. And who needs to be skilled at fighting when you can just get a follower who's good at fighting, right? You have to have a well-rounded party. Okay. Yeah, I think I like how this is shaping up. And I got a lot of crafting skills. Alright, I think I'm ready to accept it. Her hair is brown. Her skin is pale brown. Her eyes are brown. A person with the head and tail of a fox. Let's keep randomizing. Burnt umber. Copper. There's not a lot of variety, huh? We'll go with the dark fox. Personality. I need a bathroom break. I'll be right back. Okay, back at it. She personally sees romance as one of the highest ideals, values self-control, and values knowledge. She dreams of seeing the great natural places of the world. Ain't that the truth? It's like they read my mind. She is very comfortable around others that are different from herself. She tends to be swayed by the emotions of others. She tends to make a small mess with her own possessions. She enjoys the company of others. She often feels discouraged. She doesn't tend to hold on to grievances. She does not easily fall in love and rarely develops positive sentiments. Aw, but she personally sees romance as one of the highest ideals. Isn't that something? Doomed to believe in that which you cannot have. And she is troubled by this because she values romance. Exactly. Like others in her culture, she holds nature to be of greater value than most aspects of civilization. Truly values merrymaking and parties, values family, values cunning, values a harmonious existence, and sees competition as reasonably important. Need to socialize, need to stay occupied, strong need to make romance, despite not easily falling in love. Oh, that's so fascinating. A sea animal in wonder. Alright, I think I'm gonna go into full customization. Oh my god. Okay, there's plus signs and there's minus signs. Set your values and personality here. C denotes the default cultural value. Your personality facets might be restricted based on your creature type. Okay, that's a lot of stuff, but I do like that there's a lot of stuff, and I don't think that there's enough games out there that have like personality simulation. Like it's your character, but it also has personality simulation that's not just in your head, you know? Um, that's the magic of Dwarf Fortress, I guess. Alright, let's see here. Law. I guess C stands for cultural. Law not applicable. So if I click this. Okay. Yeah, okay, so right now she complies with the culture in most ways, except a few. Right now she contrasts with the culture in self-control. Is that a self-control or introspection? I think it's self-control. I'm gonna have to break out a ruler or something. Yeah, that's self-control. She's more self-controlled than the civilization, and way more romance. I think her little inner conflict with romance and finding it difficult to love is just so cute. Like, such an internal struggle. I definitely want to keep that as one of the strong needs. Let's see here. Values and personality. So, if we look at her on that right side, her needs, there's make romance, see animal, and wonder. So I guess that corresponds to the double plus and the 2 triple pluses. Merriment? Is merriment wondering? Romance and nature? I think the lore mentioned, maybe seeing animal and wonder are both encapsulated in nature. I'm not sure. Oh, you know, why don't I just play with the toggles and see what happens? Okay. That's romance. Oopsies. Oopsies. Yeah, we definitely want romance. Okay, yeah, see animal and wonder are both that. And merriment, make merry. Okay, that's a moderate need. Why is socialize also a moderate need? Where did socialize come from? Is it just based on a collection of minor pluses, like single pluses? Can you just do as many of these as you want? That's crazy. Very interesting. Imagine needing everything or not needing anything. Alright, I will go through the values first. So law. We're a mischievous fox, so I'm gonna say less for that. Loyalty, don't care. I'm gonna say we're gonna be wandering out into the world. So we're not too connected with family. At least we're not tied down, but we do want romance, and that's kind of like starting a family. So maybe I should give it a little bit. Be with family. I'm gonna leave it because it's cultural and it does fit into a context with romance. Friendship, power, truth, cunning. I'm gonna boost this because she's a fox person. Extremely values cunning. And moderately values eloquence. And doesn't care about fairness, decorum, tradition, artwork, cooperation, independence, stoicism. We're gonna give a no to stoicism. Because we're a fox. Self-control. I'm gonna go cultural on that. Got a playful fox here. Tranquility, harmony, merriment. Don't mind staying cultural there. Craftsmanship. I'm gonna go a little bit into that. Martial prowess. Skill? What is skill? Hard work. Sacrifice. Competition. I think, is that competition or is that perseverance? It's really hard to line these up a little bit. Okay, that's competition. That's culturally bumped. I want to bump perseverance because of the travels we're gonna do. And I gave her a whole bunch of toughness, commerce. Um, Commerce is kind of like law. It's just very civilization-y. And I took craftsman not because I'm trying to sell things, not because I'm trying to be a trader. I took craftsman so that I could, um, make things useful for the journey. So I might slightly dislike commerce. Is that okay? Very highly value romance and nature, sea animals and wonder. Yes. And I think I chose that in the world generation, the non-monsters wouldn't be too hostile, so that might not be bad. Peace and knowledge. I'm gonna go cultural for knowledge. And let's see here. This no love is only a slight difficulty. Not hate, not envy, cheerless. Let's do a little bit of easily cheerful. No, I already had easily sad, so that's interesting. I feel like we downplayed self-control and stoicism, so maybe we're very emotional. I wonder why she's easily saddened. Oh, it's gotta be her love for romance, but not being easily inclined to love. So, what other emotions could arise from that, and her other values? She needs to socialize and make merry, and travel the world, and make romance. I'm gonna bump a little bit of lust. And bump down anxiety as a part of her theme of being relatively tough and perseverant. Intemperate. Does that mean what I think it means? Oh my gosh, am I learning a third word today? I think it means like not very emotional, so I might want to tone that the opposite way. Let me see here. Define intemp. Rat. Intemperate. Having or showing a lack of self-control. Immoderate. Given to or characterized by excessive indulgence, especially in alcohol. I wonder if they specifically mean alcohol, or they mean more generally. I think I want to avoid fighting. Meanness, wastefulness. I don't understand that one. Harmony or discord. A little bit of discord for fox spirit. Polite, rude. Disdains advice. Over-reliant, fearful, fearless. I'm going to give you a little bit of fearlessness to go on with your low anxiety. Pusillanimous. Maybe a little bit. Oh, am I out? Am I out of personality budget? Let's see here. No, I'm not. Okay, why did it not? There we go. Slightly overconfident, not vain. How ambitious? I don't know. I'm not gonna go overboard with the ambitious. We're still just, maybe next time. Sense of gratitude, austere, extravagant, humorless, zany, vengeful, no self-esteem, or proud. Oh, we're the opposite of vengeful, huh? Forgiving, merciful, impartial, cruel, scatterbrained. Let's do a little bit of scatterbrain. Very curious. Slightly inattentive. Tolerates differences, emotionally obsessive. What? Emotionally obsessive? What's the verses on that one? Oh. Swayed by emotion. I'm gonna give that a big boost. Altruistic, dutiful, to debilitate, thoughtless, sloppy, orderly, distrustful. Yeah, definitely a little bit sloppy. Loner, gregarian, non-assertive, overbearing, leisurely, frenetic, excitement-seeking, just facts. Flights of fancy. Let's go flights of fancy. Inclined to abstract ideas, inclined to create. Create what? Art? Okay, let's see how it outputs. That is quite the block. She personally sees romance as one of the highest ideals, holds well-laid plans and shrewd deceptions in the highest regard. Yes, values eloquence, values good craftsmanship, respects perseverance, does not respect the law, sees no value in holding back complaints and concealing emotions, and is somewhat put off by trade and commerce. She dreams of falling in love. She's very comfortable around others that are different from herself. She is very curious, sometimes to her detriment. She is swayed by emotional appeals. She tends to make a small mess with her own possessions. She has a calm demeanor, often feels lustful. The occasional overindulgences. She tends to avoid any physical confrontations. She doesn't mind a little tumult and discord in day-to-day living, and she's conflicted by this since she values harmony and intellectual concept as an intellectual concept. Hold on. She tends to avoid any physical. She doesn't mind a little tumult and discord in day-to-day. But she values harmony. She's brave in the face of imminent danger. She's generally quite confident with her abilities when undertaking a specific venture. She occasionally loses focus on the matter at hand. She doesn't try to get things done perfectly. She enjoys the company of others. She has an active imagination. She often feels discouraged. She doesn't tend to hold on to grievances. She does not easily fall in love and rarely develops positive sentiments. Rarely develops positive sentiments. Yeah, that's interesting. And she is troubled by this because she values romance. Like others in her culture, she holds nature to be to be of greater value than most aspects of civilization. Truly values merrymaking and parties, values family, and values harmonious existence. Sees competition as reasonably important, and finds those that deny their impulses somewhat stiff. Let's go. And what was it? Harmony. So harmony was in conflict with discord, I think. Maybe it's fine. She doesn't mind a little discord in day-to-day living and is conflicted by this since she values harmony. You know what? That's fine. So there's what you value or you think you value, and you don't always, meet up to your values. So she values harmony because it's her culture, but in practice, she doesn't mind a little tumult and discord. That's interesting. I'm willing to keep that. Let me see. I've mostly mild personality. I want to see if I can boost anything to an extreme. And I also don't have any on the negative axis either. So maybe what if we do opposite of lust to go with the difficulty loving despite valuing romance? And what's something I'm willing to bump all the way? Maybe one of these three. Incurious or very curious. Acquiesces. No, what is that? Tolerates differences. And swayed by emotion. Can make her slightly thoughtless. Slightly emotional. And I'm gonna put big curious. Whoa. Learn something. Intense need. Red is more strong than. Okay, maybe curious doesn't mean what I think it means. Maybe it's like learning, not traveling. I love the idea of her being like loving romance but having trouble with it. I just don't know if like making her swayed by emotion matches or mismatches that. I'll just go ahead and make it like that. Let's see here. You know what? She's probably distrustful because she's rather untrustworthy herself. And so she's inclined to not trust others. Give her. Let's make her more scatterbrained. And Harmony or discord? Yeah, okay, there it is. So values harmony, but slightly discordant. Meanness, wastefulness. I don't even know what that means. Quits easily or too stubborn. Avoids fights, likes brawls. Intemperate, greed. No lust. No anxiety. Easily angered. Easily saddened. No envy, no hate, no love. Okay, let's give that a read. What happens with lust if you just push it overboard? Nothing. Then just leave it neutral. If it doesn't do anything anyway. Slow to trust others, enjoys company of others. She has an active imagination, often feels discouraged. She doesn't tend to hold grievances. She does not easily fall in love, and rarely develops positive sentiments. She's troubled by this because she values romance. Does she contradict her culture in any more ways? Let's see. Self-control, no. Cunning. Family. Friendship, power, truth. Let's get rid of truth. Because we're a sneaky, deceptive fox. And let's alright. This thing is so complex. Let's clear out some of the ones I don't really care for. Because it's a really crowded description. Alright, whatever. Sloppy. I think I didn't want sloppy. Ah, shoot. Slightly thoughtless, not sloppy. Slightly gregarian. Leisurely, frenetic, excitement. Okay. I think this will be good. Sees romance as the highest ideals, holds well-laid plans and shrewd deceptions in the highest regard, sees lying as an important means to an end, values eloquence, values good craftsmanship, respects perseverance, and does not respect the law, sees no value in holding back complaints and concealing emotions, and somewhat put off by trade and commerce. She dreams of seeing the great natural places of the world. Moderate needs, socialize, drink alcohol, eat good meal, cause trouble. Yeah, cause trouble. There we go. Learn something, make merry, make romance, see animal wonder, and then slight needs, stay occupied, be creative, excitement, argue, be extravagant. I love that. Help somebody, think abstractly, craft object, to be with family, hear eloquence. Hear eloquence, okay. From others, that's interesting. Why not? She doesn't try to get things done perfectly. She's quite, hold on. She's buffeted by others' emotions and can't help but respond to them. She is somewhat scatterbrained. She has a calm demeanor. She occasionally overindulges, tends to avoid physical confrontations. She doesn't mind a little tumult and discord in day-to-day living, and she is conflicted by this since she values harmony as an intellectual concept. She is brave in the face of imminent danger, and she is generally quite confident of her abilities and undertakings. She is curious and eager to learn. She doesn't try to get things done perfectly. She's quite comfortable with others that have different appearances or culture. I mean, she'll definitely need that when she's traveling. She has a tendency towards forming deep emotional bonds with others. She can sometimes act without deliberation. She's slow to trust others. She enjoys the company of others. She has an active imagination. She often feels discouraged. She doesn't tend to hold on to grievances. She does not easily fall in love and rarely develops positive sentiments, and is troubled by this because she values romance. Like others in her culture, she holds nature to be of greater value than most aspects of civilization. Truly values merrymaking and parties, values family, values a harmonious existence, and sees competition as reasonably important, and finds that those who deny their impulse are somewhat stiff. I'm gonna bump down family. No, that bumps down romance. No, it doesn't. What is it? Yeah, be with family. Like, she's gonna be traveling a lot. And she emerged from the wilds, you know. And like, yeah, she might want to start a family, but I don't think that's what that mechanically means. I think that means want to be with existing family, or like, you know, suffer from having unfulfilled need for however long it takes for you to overcome your romance difficulty. Yeah, I just don't know like where she would get the value of family when she doesn't necessarily have one at the start, as far as I know. Okay. Accept personality. Equipment. Oh, I have a short sword, huh? Small rope reed dress. Available items. Oh man. Small cotton gloves. Small knapsack shoe. That is so adorable. Is she a small creature? Like, not a medium-sized creature? Instruments. Willow. Bige? What is that? Water skin, backpack. Oh. Ay, ay, ay. Might have to go back to skills. If I can just choose to bring a shield with me, that's really tempting. Ginkgo wood. Sword. That's amazingly funny. Wooden swords, wooden spears. Poor thing. what's my budget here? Equipment and pet points remaining 300. Okay, so I might get a pet. Ammo. Oh, they're all wood. They're really sticking to this whole civilization thing, huh? Body wear. Cherry wood. Wood. Legwear. Headwear. Footwear. Fruits and nuts. Backpacks. Flasks. Crafts. Huh. Instruments. So those are some wind instruments. I see it now. I love it. It's perfect. We want that. So what happens if I increase the quality? Just creates symbols around it. But it's still hemp. Okay, let's not kid ourselves. This is going to be adventuring. So I might need to focus up my weapon skills a little bit. Although it's in my personality to not want to fight. I guess this novice fighter skill can cover it. Partially used in place of low melee skills. Yeah, I can't decide. Oh no, I need to get archer, don't I? Shoot. Partially used in place of low ranged skills. Yeah, so between bows and thrown weapons, I probably do want archer, because charging into melee is probably not smart. Adequate swimmer, novice ambusher, novice tracker, novice discipline, adequate dodger. That was novice before, so I double bumped it. Let me put one in archer. And create a sharp rock with 2 rocks. I don't know, man. I do have a wind instrument skill. Okay. Got those flattering skills. Yeah. I have a basic fighter skill and a basic archer skill. It's gonna have to do. I wonder how quickly I'm gonna die. Fortress mode item. Fortress mode item. Fortress mode item. Okay. Instruments. Crafts. Scepter. Crown. Bracelets. Quivers. Let's add a quiver in case I need it. And is there a shield skill? Yeah, I need that as much as I need dodging. I'll bump down swimmer and add shield. This is tough, man. Everything is important. I don't know if shield is gonna be as useful here as like D&D or Elden Ring. If it's gonna be a small deal or a big deal, but I'm gonna have to, I'm trying to survive here out in the wide world. So, gotta take care of it. Peach, sandpear, willow, larch. Larch short sword. Is the larch good? Alright. Larch short sword. Larch bow. Just getting really equipped here. Larch arrows. Okay. And I did have a quiver, I think. So whatever I'm doing, I emerged from the wilds and looted the corpse of an elf. That's what I'm picking up here. Or maybe just got some basic supplies as a craft person in town. Longsword, spear, short sword. I wonder what the difference between long and short sword is here. Large bows, large spears. Let's increase. No, I don't have any armor yet. I wonder if 20 is a lot of ammo or not a lot of ammo. Body wear. Mail. Breastplates. Dresses, skirts. I don't think I have any armor skill, do I? Shield user. Fighter, archer, swordsman. Kicker, thrower. Reader. Maybe there's not an armor skill? That would be... Oh, not an armor user. I'm so torn, like a bajillion different ways. Wait a second. I do have enough points for it. Oh, because I lowered some other things. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so I can wear armor and a shield and dodge. That's good. Let's do large breastplate. Legwear. Greaves. I'm getting fully kitted out here. That was a nice budget. Hopefully it's not too heavy for me, because I don't have a good strength skill. Shit. If I need to carry a lot of stuff on me, do I need to boost my strength? Armor ungainliness. shoot. Carrying capacity, movement speed. Maybe average isn't bad, or maybe it's terrible. The budget is not really big. I'll just have to make do. I'll sort it out if it's too heavy. Okay, handwear. Yes. Wait, do I need to get 2? Yeah, I do. Because there's 2 gloves. That's fascinating. Where did you go? Large gauntlets. There we go. And footwear. Legwear. Let's go back to. Okay, it's plural when it covers both your feet, and it's singular when it's each hand. Okay. So I think footwear, larch high boots, and it gives me 1 and 2, and might as well stock up on some food. I think I got a quiver. Alright, now let's up the quality of some things. I might need a lot of water too, if I'm traveling a lot. Do I care about crafts? Okay, so increase the quality of, I'm particularly interested in protecting my head and the good shield. I guess it wouldn't hurt to have a good sword. And bow. I guess if I can afford it, I can just bump most of my gear. I might be on the verge of falling asleep. I think I just need to blow my budget on food, I guess. Because I'm going to be traveling a lot. I'll add a third water skin. I get down to 7 points. Add some cherries. There we go. YOLO, let's do this. I can add a party member, oh my god. My budget, equipment and pet points remaining 0. You can choose a mount from the very start? I didn't know that. Well, it looks like I don't have any points. A yak. A wren. Is that a giant wren? A worm. 6 points. Toad. 6 points. A slug. 6 points. That's ridiculous. Yeah, all these are grayed out. Add party member. Is that gonna send me on a? Oh, that's this second slot up here. I might try to add. Oh, you can just keep adding characters. Shoot. I think I'm gonna add a big tough. More inclined to fighting type of person. Or maybe an elf. It would make sense. Maybe not someone she's interested in romancing, but someone, let's see if I can find that same. The Fern of Contingencies. Elven civilization, 24 locations, population of a few thousand. The Noble Style. Fern of Counting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Fern of Counting. Another female elf, Yonali Lemacifino. And let's see if I can find, what was it called? Scraped Roots? No. Oh, Sheen Scaly? That was it. Occupation. Let's go Bowyer. Beliefs. None. Bowyer and Sheen Scaly, Elven Forest Retreat. You have never strayed far from home. I love it. And then our rambunctious fox person will steal them away into the wide world. Let's do Bowman and customize. novice reader, adequate dodger, novice swimmer, competent observer, competent archer, proficient bowman. Sounds expensive. I'm gonna make sure they are well-rounded at the battling stuff. High agility, above average toughness, above average focus. What is that useful for? Bow and archery. Spatial sense. Right, I'm not gonna overthink this one. It's very offensive oriented and maybe not honing in enough. It's just hard to decide. Yeah, like, at the end of the day, it's better to be really good at one weapon than kind of okay at other stuff. The main thing I'm worried about is, since the fox person isn't built for aggro, I almost need a tank, but going into melee in the first place sounds kind of dumb. Let me see if I can use this. Yeah, I'm gonna go with one of these melee ones, then I'll try to add a bow skill on top. So I'm looking for bowyer and bowman and archer. Bowyer, bowman, and archer. And I think a spear might be better. Alright, so what am I going to take away from? Bowman, novice archer, and what was bowyer? Talented, because of the background. Okay, nice. Okay, so you got the spearman base, but with bowman, bowyer, and archer to round out the possibilities. Let's make spearman and bowman tied. There we go. Feels a decent shield, armor, dodge. It'll be good. Okay. Okay. what's over here? Yeah, okay, that'll be good. Except attributes and skills. Her somewhat narrow ears are very flattened. Her narrow hooked nose is quite long. Her eyelashes are quite long. Her dark olive eyes are slightly rounded. Her head is somewhat short. Her hair is golden yellow. Governed by local population information, certain shapes and colors might not occur without full randomization. Respect local populations. Medium length hair, neatly combed. Her skin is cinnamon. Medium-sized creature dedicated to ruthless protection of nature. Oh. I think the fox is supposed to be brown. So I don't know why, I just feel like having a similar colored elf feels fitting. Scratchy voice, fern green eyes, slightly flattened ears, are extremely tall. I like tall ears for elves. Average size hook nose, hair is white, skin is burnt umber. I think that's fine. Personality. She personally sees the denial of impulses as vain and foolish pursuit. She'll get along really well with the fox. She values sacrifice and respects perseverance. She dreams of seeing the great natural places of the world. Strong need to see animal and wonder. Strong need to fight and acquire object. I think that's good enough. She doesn't stick with things if even minor difficulties arise. Oh no. Well, she's in for an adventure, and she finds this troubling since she values perseverance. Let me crank up her value of perseverance. No, it looks like she might already respect it. Let me see here. Perseverance. Okay, I'm gonna crank that up even higher. She doesn't stick with things even if minor difficulties arise, and she finds this troubling since she values perseverance. She's very slow to anger. She would never pass up a chance for a good fist fight. She is bashful. She is very greedy. She does not easily hate or develop negative feelings. She often acts with compassion. She tends to share her experiences and thoughts with others. She's often lustful. She's so she's like constant. Maybe she's hitting on the fox, and the fox doesn't reciprocate or something, or just doesn't realize what's going on. That would be kind of funny. She's curious and eager to learn. She tends to be a little wasteful when working on projects. She is slow to trust others. She's very humble. She does not go out of her way to help others and is troubled by this because she truly respects sacrifice. Oh, she's so conflicted. Like others in her culture, she holds nature to be of greater value than most aspects of civilization. She truly values merrymaking and parties, values family, values cunning, values harmonious experiences, and sees competition as reasonably important. That's good enough. And for equipment, we will... Oh man, don't overthink this. Again, get some extra water skins and an inventory of food, and then I'll just deck out. Yeah, she already has armor and stuff. Okay, that's good. Let me give her a hazel, if she likes hazel. Longsword and a hazel. Do they have bows? Hazel wood bow. Does she already have a shield? She does. Let's do hazel arrows. 20 or more, maybe 30. And let's increase the quality of these by a lot. Not sure how much that's gonna do for us to have really high quality wood weapons. This is probably gonna end so disastrously. Just thinking back about like how Krug Smash, presumably other Fortress mode players, just mock the elves for their terrible weapons. What am I doing? Oh man. I'm just gonna buy a lot of ammo, I guess. I wonder if I have enough food. I have no idea. I wonder if the food goes bad. Wouldn't that be crazy? Alright. 50 ammo. That should be useful, I hope. And I guess I'll just keep on boosting these. Fuck it. Points remaining 15. Let's drop a few arrows. And then I'll have 20 points, and with 20 points I can upgrade the helmet. What? Oh. I miscalculated how that cost works. Okay. I'm gonna upgrade the weapons then. Yeah. Okay. Mount and pets. Equipment and pet points remaining. Oh, it's shared. Oh, no wonder the budget is so huge. And I had 0 afterwards. It gives me 70 points. And a few more. If I get myself a beast of burden, that could be helpful. When I'm at 80. She loves nature, so it'd be good to bring an animal. Mule. I want a mule. Or a llama. Or a donkey. Or a horse. So I need 101 points. I need to chill out. I can lower the amount of arrows. Okay. Let's get a horse or a donkey. What's the difference? Let me see if I can get a pet. Pet Kia and a pet red squirrel. And okay. Accept. And I guess I'm ready to adventure. Oh, only a 2-person party, that's fine. Well, I have a whole leadership skill, don't I? Should I be taking advantage? Or should I just allow myself to find people along the way? I think I'll just go with this. Adventure awaits the party. I think my starting village is right there. There we go. Adventure mode. After a long journey, you are here to meet your most trusted companion. Let the party venture forth. Before you begin your travels, we'll familiarize you with the basic controls. Okay. Camera controls. Your view is focused one elevation at a time. To move the camera around, hold the middle mouse button and drag the view. Okay. To change the camera's elevation, roll the mouse wheel. Oh. That's so pretty. Look, there's like a whole forest. We're there. We're in the forest now. It's so crazy awesome. When you're viewing this in the air above other tiles, you can usually see them below. If you are indoors or in a cavern, your view might be blocked by the ceiling. When the view is dark underground, you can recenter on yourself with the V hotkey or by clicking your recenter button. Where is the recenter button? Oh, so if I move all the way over here. Okay, perfect. I'm playing from my couch with a mouse, so I don't have my keyboard right on me, so I love that there's a lot of mouse integration. You can zoom in and out of the area by using left bracket, right bracket. Okay, right as soon as I see that. Aha, they do have buttons. I love it. Okay. Some teeny tiny icons. I want to zoom in a lot. Movement 2 of 3. Every creature in adventure mode moves simultaneously. Once you initiate movement, play will advance until you can move again. The duration of movement depends on the gate, entries, etc. Okay. The easiest way to move is to left click in the play area. Your character will path to the target tile if possible. Wow, that's amazing. If you right click in the play area, you'll open a context sensitive menu of actions. This lets you select a destination more carefully. It's very important to note that only one creature can be standing in a tile at a time. If you see a brown downward triangle under your character, you will move very slowly and should try to stand if you are able. You can alternate between standing and prone position by clicking the indicated button or pressing S. Where's the flashing button? I love those flashing buttons. Display depth numerically, show up over ramps and current elevations, toggle the display for tracking. Oh. Alright, alternate between standing and prone. Where's the button for that now? Oh well, I guess I'll figure it out later. You can edit your gate speed and other movement options by clicking the indicated button or pressing in. This menu allows you to show how stealthily you are moving. Okay. If you have a number pad, you can use move one tile at a time. You can click the indicated button or press Z to view your character status. This can be used to view your injury, skills, and needs. You can click the indicated button. You see the log. It starts with a variety of local knowledge, including a few places to have an adventure. You can also speak to locals to inquire about their troubles. You can click the indicated button to view or interact with your worn and carried items. You can click the indicated button or press G. I don't see this indicated button is not flashing, or else I'm just not seeing it. To interact with environmental features in particular, this is an easy way to pick things up. That seemed like it was important. How do you... Right click on people to initiate conversations. You can click the indicated button or press K to continue an active conversation. People you can share troubles they'd like you to help with. You can also trade with shopkeepers. Conversations like movement take place over time. If you engage in a conversation, you'll eventually wait for a reply before you can get to act again. You can click on the indicated button or press X to butcher and carcass or to engage in crafting activities. Hunting is an important way to get food. The base game is limited. So what's going through my mind is there's not a highlighted button with every single one of these. I'm probably just gonna have to experiment and like click each button and see what it does. Cause I mean, like, I'm sure the hotkeys are nice when you're within arm's reach of a keyboard, but also, like, you know, you can't just memorize everything the first time around, so it's gonna take some time to get used to. Hunting is an important way to get food. The base game has limited crafting. You can strike, wrestle, or shoot to engage in combat. You can also throw objects in your inventory. Moving toward an active opponent will initiate a default attack. Or you can use the strike and wrestle buttons, or right-click combat option to specify your attack more precisely. You can click the indicated button. Where is this indicated button? Or press Y to yield in combat. Oh. If the conflict has not been reached, a no quarter state, your opponent should stand down. Huh. So it's default that enemies will stand down if you stop combat and surrender. Your opponent should stand down. You can also demand your opponent yield using a conversation option. You can click the indicated button or press Q to draw, or strap your weapons. If your weapons are drawn and you aren't a local soldier, people may panic. There's a highlighted button. If you miss an announcement or like to review old announcements, you can click the indicated button. Just the beginning. There's a lot more to learn as you enter new menus. There's a question mark up there. There will be information and tips. The help button at the top of the screen contains more guides. Click it now and this tutorial will be concluded. Okay. This game is open-ended and you can do whatever you choose. If you'd like a goal, try to join a village hearth and improve your reputations. The guides here will suggest other possible avenues of play, and remember, losing is fun. And now it's personal. Interactive tutorial, camera controls, movement menu overview, information and guides. That's a lot of info. Yeah, okay, so I have big travel aspirations, but maybe I should just focus on surviving first of all. Alright, how do you get rid of this? Do you press question mark again? Don't make me read all of these right now, please. Oh, for the love of God. Okay. Okay. There we go. The elf bowyer has become enraged. That sounds bad. Alright, but I gotta... Save to this timeline, save to new timeline. Alright. Yeah, I gotta go to bed. It's late. So, very tedious start, but that's just how it is. Flew what I was expecting, and I got really into the character creation. So we'll see how long I last. Hopefully we can achieve her dreams. What was her name? Eerie. See the world. Wanderlust. There we go.